for example, in the South Coast, there's Quality who has a Belmont. And that's the thing, it's one of those characters where, like, for most players, it's like, oh, cool, Belmont, I love 2019. But for a DDD main, it's absolutely abysmal. And situations like this, where she has got the Mii Brawler, and it is very much refined. It is an excellent, excellent character, and she pilots it extremely well. We can see already with a couple of nice 2 pieces there to get 42% on the board, and it's real difficult here because no matter what stage you give me Brawler, that up B off the top is always a threat. Not quite managing to go for it there. Anbil going for a lot of these air dodges, but at the moment it truly is Trundle who is running the pace of things.
Absolutely, Trundle just weaving around the shadow balls that are being thrown out by Anbil here, still trying to charge it. Even the littlest bit of charge on a shadow ball is still a little bit intimidating, as we see a lot of them come out there for that fall through. Tying a lot of percent, and suddenly percentages have completely twisted. They were even for a moment, but then straight in with a shadow claw was Anbil there. Trundle needs, though, at this percent, 1 conversion. There we go, the down throw, waits for the air dodge, goes for the neutral B, but doesn't quite land it. That neutral B is an interesting one. It's one that Brawlers seem to be experimenting a lot more with now instead of the use of shot put. As we see it take the stock there, just a flurry of rapid jabs, and it's one of those moves where it's a little bit like a Falcon Punch, but it's not quite to that level of being so slow and punishable. The fact that Brawler can bring that out, lovely use of the neutral there to jab block on platform, by the way. Gouge.
I know I said she had a Mii Brawler, but I didn't know she had it like that. That was a hot as hell jab block, and even though she didn't get too much off of it, she's still got a 63% lead as she loses that first stock to the tippy tail of the back air coming out from Anbil, the Mewtwo, and he is trying to get anything started again. Mewtwo can be quite the explosive character. He has got some ridiculous tools on his kit, but of course Trundle, she's going to be doing her utmost to make sure it doesn't happen, trying to get the thrupper, but it doesn't quite manage to work out, and 3 up airs, 4 up airs, nearly a 5th for her troubles, and another Falcon Punch.
Right in a flurry of rapid jabs, saying I'm going to punch you until you go away. Does Trundle, she lands that move for the second time, just calling out the falling momentum there of Anbil, who lands a Shadow Claw but doesn't quite get the kill crucially. If Trundle can establish yet another percentage lead, as we see a lovely net into the up tilt, this could be it. Lovely air dodge there, but the patience there, you could see Trundle was acutely aware of the fact that Anbil was going to get out of the way. We've seen it a couple times, the air dodge has come out from Anbil, and I think Trundle's getting more and more aware of it. The air tilt is going to take it this time, but as the set goes on, we're going to have to watch those air dodges. Yeah, it's getting you out of the way for now, but maybe dial them back a little bit.
Yeah, we can see Anbil trying to catch that roll in from Trundle, being a little bit off the mark at the moment. And this is an air dodge habit that Trundle, she's beginning to pick up on it really, really nicely. Going for that air dodge and drifting to the ledge. We've seen Anbil go for it time and time again. And instead of pulling the trigger, she is doing such an excellent job at just waiting it out. However, missing the second jab block. Mii Brawler lying a little too low on the ground. But Anbil, even though at 105%, still playing like a man with no fear at the moment, just charging these shadow balls. Do not stray from that game plan, catching that in with the dash attack, staying in center stage, and this is where things can get really dangerous.
Quite killing there, but the kill was fired up and ready. The kill screen was prepared, but didn't quite find it. One hit from either of these two players is going to seal things off. The weak hit of the dash attack not taking things here, but the fact that Mewtwo's able ready to just sit back, punishing that again. There we are. We saw effective use the first 2 stocks, but Anbil was ready to punish it the rest of the time. That neutral be strong, but if you miss it, it's dire, and Anbil took full advantage of that, ready for Trundle's option. She was throwing it out, ready to kill, just wanting to get Mewtwo off and away, because Mewtwo is a character, I think that, you know, you can, in certain respects, compare to Samus. Able to just drop back, be like, I'm just going to charge Shadow Ball, even if it's a little one, it's going to do enough, either hit stun or damage to either aggravate you, or let me get a punish on you. Yes. And the fact that Anbil was just like, I'm just going to pull back, start throwing Shadow Balls, and pick my moment when I think you're going to throw out something big, that was brilliant adaptation. But crucially, as we said, Trundle had caught on decently well to that air dodge habit. You saw her delaying the up air before the second hit came out. You saw her ready to pull the up B, and yeah, it didn't kill this game, but you've still got to watch the fact that she was so confident and ready to pull the trigger. Let's see if we see any up B kills this time as we continue through the set here. Regen 2023, I'm Hobpunks alongside the beautiful Joycey as we see small battlefield be the choice for both players this time.
You know it and you love it, just like Anbil is loving the start and the percent lead that he has managed to get so far. Nearly 60% on the board. The rapid jab, no punish whatsoever though from Trundle. It can be hard to punish those rapid jabs at times. That lovely command grab there, a free 23%, and this is where, and we were seeing it there, right? Anbil already making an adjustment. Trundle trying to get that air dodge read, and Anbil just saying, I'm not having it. You're not getting a kill that early, and we can just see there the back air being a little bit too slow, but unfortunately Trundle, she went a little bit too low in that one, and Anbil with a very, very strong start to this game too.
In concept, an absolutely beautiful recovery, doesn't quite pay dividends there as Trundle goes that hair too low. The last hit does connect, but doesn't get anything in terms of actually recovering. Neutral air is going to send Trundle back off stage, and she has got to get something going here as Anbil continues to run away up tilt into an up air, wants the throw up air, but finds a galaxy of pain with that massive up smash.
So unfortunate, and full credit to Anbil for having that reaction time. He was so aware of the option that she wanted to go for, maybe smelling some hints of desperation, which is so tempting to do when you've got a light character at kill percent, and just having that up smash ready and waiting spelled her doom, and already borderline from a super close game to a 3-1 situation. A lovely up smash on reaction there. But this is a real mountain to climb. But if there is one character that can kill, and can kill early, it is Brawler.
I love the use of just altering Brawler's momentum in the air. We've seen it a moment ago. And going low again, not afraid to do the same thing again. This time actually landing the recovery. Great adaptation there by Trundle. Going that hair high, as I said before. We've seen that neutral B get into Mewtwo's face. Sorry, that palm, that side B get into Mewtwo's face before. And here we go, down throw into the up B. Not quite killing. If we were a tiny bit higher in terms of percent, potentially we would have seen Mewtwo going up and away, and stocks looking a little bit more even. Instead, it's a back air to try and get that damage on Anbil here. An unfortunate air dodge off stage just as she was starting to cook. Momentum was certainly in Anbil's favor that game, but Trundle was showing signs of life.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, you know, 2 SDs in that set as well from her. That air dodge off at the end, and then of course the botched recovery in that first game. I like the fact she's sticking it out with the Brawler. It's so tempting to go back to that tried and true main when you've lost a couple of games, but she knows that in terms of securing victory, this is going to be the way to do it. And we can see the run back to Hollow Bastion, of course, doing really well for her in that game one, you know, only losing it by a thread. But certainly she's going to have to really try her best to keep her cool and try not to SD, of course. You know, it sounds obvious, but it's so difficult in these high-pressure situations, particularly when Anbil can just do so much damage.
Absolutely. Hollow Bastion, I think, is probably one of Brawler's better stages because of the fact that, as you see in the middle, there's a lovely stained glass platform, and the ceiling is not so high. We're going for a trip all around the castle, but because of that, the blast zones are a little bit funny. The top is certainly the place to kill, and Brawler is so proficient at it. Wants the up tilt, wants to grab reset, but doesn't quite find it. We need something big off that platform, or just a big hit in general. Will certainly do things for Trundle, who needs to get back into the set after Anbil unloads a massive down smash.
I was gonna say, it's so good, just that down smash having next to no lag as well, but a lovely catch. But another SD from Trundle. That's not what you want to see. That almost was the perfect moment. I feel like the angle, the camera really messed with the recovery there a little bit as she just sailed to her death and now has to come back from an entire stock deficit against an Anbil who is playing really hot right now. However, this is the character and this is the stage. Maybe not the percent, but certainly, again, she's willing to go for that, and she needs to make something happen here if she's going to get another shot in game 4.
We've seen Trundle start to challenge the options of Mewtwo a little bit more effectively here. Wants a big hit to bring things back. Brawler, since losing that second stock so unceremoniously, has only taken 28%, 41 after that up air. Wants something that needs to just get in there. One big conversion, one down throw. We need some big setup here because Trundle's percent starting to climb higher and higher. Anbil whiffing a jab there, but not getting punished for it, and a dash attack also missing its mark. But again, nothing Trundle can do. She's just that little bit too far away. Wants the back air, the move that took the first stock, but needs to land it at ledge, and that wasn't quite the position.
Just see how delicately they're both playing around each other at this point, and even trying to spot dodge the shadow wall, but the perfect timing, just the tail end of it catching as Anbil with a pretty dominant 3-0 in the set. Really unfortunate SDs from Trundle. However, of course, she's going to be able to continue her run into the loser side of things. I do believe that was a top 128 qualifier, so that is Anbil safe and sound for Sunday morning. And Trundle going to have one more set to fight if she's going to join him in the losers of top 120.
Absolutely, Anbil now able to just put his feet in the arm right now. I can just relax. Trundle has that little bit more fight, but we saw her playing so very well. The fact that we saw it just, oh, it's a random reverse up into a back air. Oh, you're just dead now. Able to, even though you're off stage with a character like Brawler, just adapt, sorry, boosh, boosh, you're gone. But then it's those unfortunate little moments that we saw take Trundle, unfortunately, all the way down to losers side. A good showing, all the same, but just that little bit unfortunate because those SDs. Trundle certainly has the potential, certainly has the skill to go as far as top 128, but now has to do it the hard way as opposed to getting straight through there.
Yeah, we've been seeing it